Hello, it is Tuesday and welcome back to the Public Relations Podcast. I've just come out of Aaron Sorkin's adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird here at the Gielgud Theatre in London. And the fact that this book has been popular for 6 decades says something about timing. In fact, when To Kill a Mockingbird was written in 1960, it couldn't have got the timing more right. It was a social commentary at the time, a time that people wanted change and fresh thinking. It was a story about race and poverty and power. Generic themes that have always existed but have become so much more popular as society has moved from centuries of worrying about where food would come from each day to becoming more focused on social issues and politics. And it was a legal drama, a battle of power and ideas, and of course Aaron Sorkin, well, the producer of the adaptation of the book here in London, has spent his life focused on those themes in shows like The Newsroom, and very popular was West Wing. He knows about tight, engaging conversation. The point is, Harper Lee, the author of To Kill a Mockingbird, got the timing right. Knowingly or not, she connected with the public and built a great public relationship. Now, timing, of course, is so important in PR. If people are not already listening for the messages that you're trying to get across, they're going to be far harder to reach. Maybe if you'd left it a year or a month, it would have been far better and far easier to reach them. We all need to always be connecting with people, with what people want and feel now. It's far easier to get people to sign up to a gym, for example, when they're looking for a gym membership than if they're couch potatoes like me, who have no interest in a gym membership at all. And that means looking at the news, watching the Twitter trends, connecting with conversation starters, the people who are influencers. You know, in the biggest marketing departments, there are screens tracking real-time feelings about brands, about the brands that marketing department is running. As soon as a trend starts or someone mentions their organization, they can respond and nurture it or clamp down on it. Now, of course, that takes resources, but there's nothing stopping anyone from looking at things like Google Trends or Twitter Trends each day to see what people are talking about. What is in the news? What are the things that we can be jumping on to help promote what we're doing, the trends that people are talking about? You know, we can also help each other too. If you spot a story, why not ping me or I'll ping you? Maybe you can latch onto something that you can latch onto your brand and your organization, onto something that everyone is talking about today. When we talk about what others want to hear about, we have far more chance of them wanting to consume our part of that message too, because they're already interested. Now, when I was in political PR, I kept up with lots of different organizations to do exactly this. I wanted to see what they were talking about and what their members were talking about so we could be in those conversations and be part of those conversations. That allowed us to ride on these trends. The point is, timing can make a huge difference. It's like a gift on a plate, but we have to spot it when it arrives on our breakfast table or in our inbox. Like Harper Lee, who wrote the play, she may not have realized quite what a wave she was going on at the time that she started writing that in 1960. But because she did, her book became an icon of American literature. So let's start talking about timing. On Wednesday or Thursday this week, in fact, I'm going to be looking at some news in real time to see if we can find some stories that you could latch onto this week. Whatever you do, whatever your brand is, your organization, or whatever you're putting across. And if you're listening to this for the first time, make sure you sign up to the publicrelationspodcast.com, the publicrelationspodcast.com, to get all the details on that. All the links and details you will find there. You know, timing matters. Question is, are you embracing it? It's the publicrelationspodcast.com, the publicrelationspodcast.com. I'll speak to you later in the week.